Day 3 of 100 days of code. Guess what? It's guess a number. So we're gonna do it. Look at this. We have the Python file right here. We have the JavaScript file right here, and we have the Java file right at the end. So we're gonna do this project in 3 styles. Okay, so I know you're looking forward to this, so stay tuned. But this is the last time we're going to do it in 3 languages, alright? We're going to drop JavaScript today, and I'm going to tell you why shortly, okay? But before we get to that, yesterday we finished up on a high note, right? We were trying to fix up linking up the local repository with the one online. It was a little bit challenging, and goes on to hammer on the same point I've been saying since day one. We definitely need to learn version control. We definitely need to learn version control. Git stuff, GitHub, GitLab, whatever, Backlog, whichever platform you're gonna use. But these skills you definitely gonna have them, because I wish they introduce them very early in the course, and then we can get those pooling, merging, kind of thing going on throughout the course. By the time we finish, we'll probably be very affluent with the whole stuff, how it works, because that's real industry stuff right there. So what was it that was causing the problem that we're facing yesterday? Well, the reason why we're having the problem is that there was some files. If you notice here on the error, it says you have not committed your merge, and then the hint was you need to commit your changes before merging. So it was pretty straightforward there. So I had to, before I could pull, I had to merge, and I did a git status right there, and I noticed that there was this change which had to be committed, and this change happened online. If you remember, we were writing a readme file online, and so we edited it and then committed it. Afterward, when we did the status of it, we noticed that there was nothing to commit right over here, and working tree was clean, and then our branch was ahead by 2 commits, right? That's the online one, the local one, sorry, because we had created 2 files, remember, which were part of our day 2. So what did we have to do? All that we had to do was simply write 4 characters, push, okay, git push, and then afterward everything just worked just kind of fine. And guess what? If you come online, you can now see that we have day 2 right here on our 100 days of code giving up as well. Okay, so which is really wonderful. That day 1 here, day 2 here, and the beautiful part of it is I don't really need to rename like day 1 what did we do, day 2 what did we do. I can do that with my m tag. So day 2 dip calculator, then day 1 random generator. As simple as that. That's how it's simply going to work. So we're going to revise this one here since we now have it locally. If you come down here, you see, okay, that we now have the readme file locally as well. And I've already opened it out in my atom. It's right here. And the blue dot shows that there's some changes that I haven't made. We have said that our code is available on this link on GitHub, and then since we're doing videos, we're also going to put the link to the videos, the playlist as well, and then we hit save, which now have the blue button goes away. And now let's dive into day number 3. We'll do the commuting and version control after, as we normally do. Okay, so here we go. I should have experimented a little bit earlier. But anyway, it's okay. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna hit it a little bit faster. Guess a number. You get the number variables right here, and then you have 2 levels: easy and hard. So if you choose easy, you get 10 chances. If you choose, if you pick hard, you get 5 chances. Alright. So everything is in functions, pretty straightforward and neat code, I have to say, which is surprising because I don't normally write neat code. But what is it that we're gonna do? We're gonna generate a number. Let's start with where it's gonna start from. Okay, it's gonna start here where he starts, and then you're gonna call up chances, which is a global variable, which is this one here. And they say it's not very good to use global variables. They keep saying that, but they don't tell us what to use anyway, so we keep using them until they tell us what to use. Okay, so it's gonna have a print out what I'm thinking of a number, and then as usual Python uses input to get the input, right? And then you get if the level is 1, you get these chances. If it's 5, you get 5 chances. And then afterward we generate a number. When we generate the number, how do we generate the number? It's just simply here, come up here, and it updates that number, which is this one. Okay, so it's a number between 1 and 100, and int includes the numbers, both numbers, so that's cool. And after generating number, we call guess we're calling two methods. Look at that, guess number and check guess. So let's start with this one because this one will be called first. Guess number, which is this one. What does it do? It takes the chances and it subtracts them by 1, and then it prompts you to guess a number, and it returns the number as an integer, right? So basically, guess a number will return an integer. That's what we're saying. We're passing in that integer to check the guess. Okay, so check guess is this one here, which takes a number, and then if the number is equal, it prints 1. If it's low, less than, it prints low. It passes rather low to another function, which is print results. So there was a lot of method chaining there, or function chaining that was going on. One function calls another function, and what happens now is that string that's being print or passed on is what we're calling as the status. So if you won, then you get the one, and you get the replay function, which is this one here. Do you want to play again? If you input yes, it starts. If you input anything else, it's gonna call you a loser. Okay, and that's how the game ends. Okay, so if you won, you get that. If it's low, it checks if your chances are, you still have any chances, and then it tells you you still got some chances. Otherwise, if your chances are 0, then the game is over. If the game is over, either you won or you lost. It's gonna give you an option whether you want to replay or not. Okay, so that's what the code is doing. But let's put it to the test as usual, right? Okay, here we are on the first line, and as usual, we wanna clear our screen, and then afterward, we wanna go back to where we started from, right? So we now have 3 days. Look at that. We're cruising. Okay, so go to day number 3 right there. And we're in day number 3. Let's check what do we have. We got 4 files. Okay, today we have a lot of files. Any hidden? Okay, DS store. That's the only hidden folder right there. Okay, cool. And as usual, we want to run our Python. So Python comes first. We do guess a number Python.py. Okay, so I'm thinking of a number between 1 and 100. Easy or hard? Okay, we go the hard way, right? So 2. Okay, you have 5 chances to get the number. So guess it, right? I'm gonna pick 49. Too high. Okay, how about 33? Too high again. How about 13? Too low. I have 2 chances. Okay, 17. Too low. Okay, I'm not gonna get this one. It's less than 33 and less than 17. Okay, so I'm gonna go with 25. It was 28. I ran out of lives. Okay, so do you want to play again? It gives you that prompt. So I'm going to play it again, and I want to show you how you win this game, which is very simple. Okay, I'm going to use hard again. The way they do it is they normally want you to pick something that's closer to the middle. Okay, so we know we have 1 and 100. So if you were to beat this game, pick a number that's between the middle. Okay, but I don't like going by the rules, so I'm going to go with 63 first. That's too high. Okay, so half of 60, 30, right? And let's pick 37. Okay, too high again. So half of that one is 15. We're gonna go with how about 21 this time? Last time it was 28, so let's pick 29. Too high. Okay, I should have picked the half of that one. I think let's go with 14. Too high again, so it's probably 7. Okay, I ran out of life. The number was 6. Okay, but you see, you get very close. If we were playing the easy one, we could even easily have won. Okay, cool. So now, our Python one is working. Do you want to go again? You want to play again? That's what it's asking right there. It's kind of cut it by the screen, but we're going to say no. Okay. And it calls you loser, right? And that's how it ends. Cool. Now let's go to the Java file. This is where the fun begins, right? Java. Okay. As usual, we get our input from scanner, and we call system.in. That's the name of our keyboard right there. And we're going to use our keyboard to capture whatever the user types in. So as usual, we have the same functions, generate a number, and the only difference is that instead of rand int, we're using the math.random, and then we're casting that into an int. Okay, and by way of comparison, while we're there, you notice that so many similarities between Java and JavaScript. Here we're saying let chances, and then we're using variables on the other side. So you can use let if there's a probability that this value is going to change. Previously, variable was what they were using, and I think from 2015 let was also introduced. And you can also instantiate all these variables without even using these let and var thing, just like we do in Python. And as usual, you have these semicolons at the end like you do in Java. So that's another similarity right there. Function is the name of how you start your method. In Python we say def, and then there are curly braces just like Java does. Okay, and we have method.random like Java as well. And remember, this one generates a number between 0 and between 0 and 1. Yes, so you multiply that number with whatever you want to multiply it with, and then we're doing floor because we don't want it to go beyond 100, so it's any number between 0 and 100. Okay, and then from there, as usual, it's going to start up with the start function. Let's see where that one is. Okay, there it is, start function, and then we use console.log to print some of the stuff and prompt to get the input. So it's pretty much the same thing. And you start here, you generate the number, you guess. So the only difference is that you need to note is console.log for print out, and variable declaration and function declaration. The rest of the stuff just pretty much the same. Okay, look at it a little bit closer. One of these functions, we're taking in the status. If it's equal to 1, you see this is the same stuff. With Python we simply edit the parentheses and the curly braces right there, but everything else is the same. Console.log is the only difference that we're using, and we were using elif, now we're using else if. Otherwise everything else is the same. And let's check with Java, that was still here. Okay, so in Java you notice that okay, that's not Java. What's happening? Oh, now it's Java. Yes, now it's Java. And we see that it's Java because, as usual, Java wants you to specify the data type. So integers, we write int. And the method has got to have the return type. So here we say void. It's just not going to return anything. Okay? This one is going to return an int. This one is not returning anything. So if it's returning an int, just before the name of the function of the method, you have to put what it's going to return. All right, and you can also put up what they called access levels. If you say private, then it won't be accessed from elsewhere. If you leave it like that, then we're saying it's package scoped. So within that package, you can reach it, or you can make it public if you like we normally do when you're starting to run these files. I think we're going to see it very soon. Let's see if we can scroll down. Remember, we said Java always begins by looking for the main method. Okay, so let's see if we have the main method. Oh yeah, there we have it at the bottom right there. So this is where all the coding starts from. Okay, in Java, main method, right? And you see we declared it as public. So, and then it's not returning anything, that's why it's void. We're going to touch on static sometime later as we continue, right? And so we instantiate in the whole program. We call the file guess a number, as you see here, and say we guess a number. So this is it. And if you're coming from Python, you've seen this happening as well. So the print outs are happening straight after, right? We have instantiated our object. So we say I'm thinking of a number, and then pick a level, and then after you've done this, this is the funny part, right? It tells you this, I'm thinking of a number, and it tells you to pick a number, okay? But it's not gonna if you're not gonna pick that number from the print line, okay? Because this is just a print line. So where are you gonna do that? That's when we're calling it this. Okay, good. I had a little bit of lag in there, so we hope that it doesn't happen again. Okay, so let's come back and see if we can run it, because you just compiled without any error. As you notice, if it comes back without telling you anything, it means the journey was successful, right? So let's look at the code, or rather, let's run the code together. What we're going to do is we're going to type Java, and then we're going to go guess a number. this time without the dot extension or the Java extension, right? So I'm thinking a number, pick a level. As usual, we like picking the hard one. Good choice. You have 5 chances to get the guess. So guess the number. I'm gonna go with 63. Did I get 63 last time? That's too high. Try again. Okay. How about 43? Too high again. Okay. How about 23? Too low. Okay. 33? Too high. One last chance. So the number is between 23 and 33. Half of that is 29. Tempting. I'm gonna go 28. Ah, the number was 29. Look at that. Okay. Man, look at that. We could have easily got that one right. So you see, that's the whole idea about this game. You just kind of play around, play around, play around. Okay. So it asks you, do you want to go again? I know you're tempted to go again, but you know we're gonna waste time, and the video will be longer and longer. So I'm gonna say no. Lose it. Okay. But you see, it's the same function that we have, and we have achieved it with Java again. So now let's go back and try and see if we can work through our way with the other number right now. Okay, so we're gonna try and paste the functions all together, like the code from the JavaScript that we pasted up right there, and see if we can work our way through, right? So this is our JavaScript file from our iPhone. We copying everything out, and we're pasting it right here in our browser. Okay. And I know this is not nice, you know, because definitely we should just have a you know an HTML file. We should just refer to it as a script right there. That's what we should do. I know we should do that. I know. Okay. So pick a level. Which one do you want? The easy one, okay? And then it's printing out right here. I'm thinking of a number between 100. You choice. Okay, 5 chances. You get a number. I think I had some typos there as well in that JavaScript file. But anyway, we will do it the way we normally do. We're just gonna show how it works. Anyway, that's too high. Try again. Is it gonna work? No prompt is coming back. Look at that. I think there's an error in our code somewhere. It's not coming back. Is it? No, it's not. Because it says try again. It says that's too high, try again. And then it should have ran. No, what did I do? Too high, try again. After printing that out, what was it supposed to do? Let's see. Ooh la la. Okay, check again and then I didn't check out that function already on JavaScript. It kinda just prints out that it's too high and never comes back. It is supposed to continue. Now if the chances are still there, it was supposed to give me another chance.
It's 9 hours.
Okay. We gotta fix our JavaScript code to make it work so that it continues, right? It just takes the number. So right here, when it does that, it should call this function right here. Another way of solving this was gonna be we do while loop, right? A while loop where we say while the chances are still more, right? Then continue right here, and then you keep calling this number. This line here. I think that's the only line that we need. If the chances are not equal to zero rather, and then it says try again. Low is low. Try again, and then it's supposed to call this function again. So we can just place it in there. Okay, and put the semicolon stuff that it needs. and if it's too high and the chances are not 0, we're gonna do the same thing again. Okay, something like that. That's what I'm thinking. Okay, we could have just created this HTML file, then we could edit faster. Anyway, come down over here. The reason why I'm doing this is that we're using prompt to get the user input. Okay, you notice when we print start, this prompt comes through, right? But when you want to do that in the terminal, right? Let's come down here. We're gonna do over here, right? Let's do our ls just to check what's in there. I've actually figured out what is it that makes the computer lag. Okay, so we actually ran the command twice. That's because it was lagging, right? Okay, so we have this one, guess a number.js. If we do node guess a number, .js, like that. So you gotta watch what happens here. Oops, look at that. Double JS. It's not gonna work. Okay. I hate it when it's lagging because you kind of make all these crazy mistakes. Yeah, module not found. Okay, let's do another one not found again. Okay. Just mode noding is number though clear, which is not what I wanted. Okay, we're gonna come back to it. We're just gonna leave it to clear the screen, and come back here. We just want to see if it's gonna allow me to enter the number once again. All right, but from what I've noticed, learning JavaScript and merging it with the what we were trying to do right now is actually a little bit um, time takes. So that's why we said we're going to drop JavaScript, because we could learn, how they do stuff in JavaScript, but we would do a lot of googling. That's what I noticed we were gonna end up doing. Let's start with the lower number this time. 27, and you can also check the console right here. That's where it's printing out. It's too low. Okay, and it gives us the prompt again. So we kind of managed to fix that one, because last time it just printed the status and never came back to us. All right. So let's see. If it's too low, probably the number will be around 57. We added 30 from that one. Okay, that's too high. And yes, our prompt can keep coming back, so that's good. That means we're doing good. The code is now working well. So from 27 to 63, I don't remember which one did we pick that. We could have printed that out too. Okay, let's go with 49. Okay, we're gonna watch our prompt. It's too low, so 4963 somewhere there. We're gonna go with 50. Why would you do that though? 57 was too high. We might never know the number. 50, 51. Okay. Too high.